we go. So we're going to be playing a Hearts of Iron 4 mod called A Roman World. Basically, it's where the two Romes never collapsed, and from what I know and from what I've played in these two, it ends in a war between the Germans and the Romans, but we're not going to be playing them for now, since we're going to be playing as the Legionary States. I'm not going to put on Iron Man mode since I don't think I need it. Basically this is just the United States but Roman. Whew. So let's start. Alright, the game is loading. Alright, come on, load. Perfect. So let's first off here run by George Marshall. He's unfortunately doesn't have any traits, and since this mod is very new, it doesn't actually have any new states, so for now the native states here do look kind of weird, but they are going to update it. It's in the teasers in their Discord, which I will link in the description, so you can, and in the pinned comment. So we're just going to do the first focus, strengthen the consulship, and we're going to do research. There's no research. We're going to be playing this. Alright, let's get some civs. This is going to be a very complex game, and the Legionary States have a lot of conquest. They have a lot of conquest, basically. Navy we don't really need, but I mean, might as well, I suppose. We don't really need Air Force since the countries are gonna invade are very weak. In fact, this guy has 0 divisions. But yeah, still, this game is really fun. Alright, let's train our soldiers. We'll make them all infantry, since why not? Split them in half. I said. Perfect. Let's put in Carter. And I'm gonna train 6 more infantry. I'm gonna get this. Trucks are very important too. So let's put them in. Trains. We don't really need 80 years. Oh yeah. Just put in some trains here. And now I think it's safe to say let's start. But don't expect this game to be a game, since the Legionary States is mainly just about who can find the American. Alright. So that's it. So this guy is Navy, we don't really need that. So I think we can start. So we have some factories. I think we can get some aluminum and some tungsten. Alright, so the first country we'll be conquering, I can remember. I'm gonna see. Whatever. Oh, I can't remember. It's gonna be New England and Texas. The farm goes to New England, since New England is a bit more difficult to kill compared to Texas. And these guys will go to them. So let's assign them to this general. Let's start training them, and now we can start. So while we are waiting for the first focus, I'll show you the map of it so you can get an understanding of this game, and I will tell you a bit of the war. So here is the Russian Federal Soviet Socialist Republic, I think. No, it's just the RSSR. It has Ukraine and Belarus as puppets. Basically, the war here is that the Bolshevik Revolution still happened, but instead of the hard left communist, it became a democracy. However, there is a hard left communist state here. The provisional government of the Republic of China, run by Wang Jingwei, it's a radical socialist state. And there is a war between the Empire of Great Ming and the South Chinese. Currently, they don't have a focus tree, but they will get one soon, and I'm assuming the war between the two is much bigger. So we're going to do Voice of the Legions, since I'm pretty sure that's the historical path. So, I'll show you some of the focus trees. This is the Western Roman focus tree. It's pretty cool. Here we can do peaceful diplomacy, aggressive diplomacy. Here you can just do some political focus trees. Here you can unify the focus done. Let's pursue the goal. Okay, actually let's do the eastern. Let's say, remember one that was really good. Focus that was really damn good. I mean, 35 days. That's pretty good, especially for not bad price. Let's get here. Here's the Byzantine focus tree. It's pretty. I'm pretty sure it's more detailed than the Western Roman one. And there, the historical path is to strike east. This map actually has a historical path, which is pretty cool. Here's Germany. In the beginning of the game, it kind of focuses on a bit of I don't know if Cold War is correct, but it has a bit of a coldish war between the Catholic path and what was it called? The Roman Pact, which basically oh, I just know that's regular. Regular. We don't have a lot of advisors or generals, which is pretty good, to be honest, but this is a mod. It's kind of like other human mods. Let's see what the focus trees, since I think they're a bit more. Alright, the Chinese have focus tree. The Mandate of Heaven. You can either go unhistorical and cooperate with the Republicans, or go historical and manipulate them. And the one purpose, one future. Alright, let's do which one was it? Alright, we're gonna try and get Louisiana first. So let's continue. These guys finish off their conquest of China. They look to the east. They take the cities of Japan, since I'm pretty sure in this scenario Japan is kind of like the China of this world. Stuff, share board with the Republicans. So they can also take Vietnam, or Vietnam. They can annex Japan and these guys, the Teutonic East Indies, the British East Indies, and the Roman Indies. And then we can move on political power. Not much. Not much at all. But I guess an infantry expert can't hurt. MIO. The Republicans. So there's these two focuses which can really make our army amazing. I think I might actually do them since they're just 70 days for both. Like both of them are 35 days, so it's just 70 days. And they're really good, so I will. We can go in. That's amazing. Pause. These two go wrong. You guys are gonna invade here. Texas. And I'm gonna replace all the guys with this. Let's see what we have here. Might as well get resources. We have superior firepower. I'm not sure if it's really needed, but someone will be really heavily with infantry. Though if I'm here, I might do this. But I guess if we ever have artillery, then it's gonna be pretty cool. Anyways, then we're gonna get a true Roman army, which absolutely blows up in terms of quality. It's very good, as you can see. Oh, by the way, not from that, we have cores from here to Cascadia. It's pretty crazy. You can actually even, when the war between the Romans and the Romans, you can actually join the Romans and it's pretty cool. Though I'm not going to be doing that for this video since there's no real reason for that. But if you want to, you can play the mod yourself and then do it. Our economy makes building kind of annoying, so we should try and fix that whenever we can. Anyways, so we're gonna finish this focus research more. Not even this Navy for, but not as well. Resolution of the Teutonic Empire. Germany does this. This is when their game begins. They dissolve the Teutonic Senate. Of course, they can go to democracy, but I mean, nothing crazy. Industry focuses. Let's get some peace from support because it doesn't hurt that. Maybe next time I'll play with Iron Man so there's no so we don't have the auto bosses because they can get a little bit annoying. So now we're going to begin the unification wars. Support on Legionary States, Teutonic Austrian Union, Constantinople used to send support. We don't need that, to be honest. So this here is when tensions between Rome and Germany really start, since the Legionary States of Austria. And also Conrad Adenauer, who's in Little Africa for some reason. I don't really know how that happened, since here France joins the Alliance. As you can see, it's a very clumsy alliance, but nothing that they can. And now we will begin the American Unification War, just put this and the American Unification War should begin. It's 1937. Is there anything I can get perhaps? Memories, because why not? And Byzantium did their alliance thing. I'm gonna do Cornwall for now. And there we go. So, we begin by declaring war on Texas. New England can actually be a bit difficult to defeat sometimes, but it's nothing too great necessarily. Now let's try out. Alright, so we won't be able to defeat the two divisions, but we can encircle them, and that will basically be pretty bad for them, since their only options will be to either leave Houston or get encircled, which, to be honest, none of those seem to be good for them, at least. For me, that's pretty good. So let's put Dallas. Division, because divisions like to get pinned. Alright, trying to rush Houston. Because I usually want to circle them. And let's check on the wing. I mean, the front does kind of smart like this. Can be really nice to invade. So we're going to do this for San Antonio. And next. Alright. Let's go to Albuquerque. And also white, because white, we all love him. And there we go. Beautiful. invade Appalachia, the Prairies, and the Legion of Exiles. So it's gonna be pretty cool. Southern marches to the sea. Alright, I guess I'm just so we can strike the interior settlements. This will be 2 rivers that breaks you, Great Lakes, and Dakota Territory. So this will be this, this, and this. I think we can make it in time. Operations. So let's try and take Nashville, and also Nashville City. Who is leading the Legion of Exiles? I wonder why they were exiled. I guess he was never good. Over here, let's go to the Canada. And Chicago, one of the less good cities in the United States, or I guess the Legionary States now. Alright, we have a lot of time until we invade these guys. So let's go in from down south. Chicago. I think we should make the Legionary States experience a bit harder since it's too easy to play on these guys. Coming with rails, boys. Let's train 16 new divisions so we can get 3 full armies. I'm gonna do this, you know. Maybe the Moy, but that just doesn't have it. Let's move our air force to the central USA. The Czechoslovak Republic joined Kazakhstan. Yeah, I'm not even sure if Czechoslovakia exists, but our great is gone. Difficult part of trying to handle this border with the Dakota, but I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Let's pick it up home. Let's go to Omaha. Beautiful place in the Legionary States. Let's see what we have here. Alright, let's take Rapid City and Bismarck. I have no idea why there is a city named Bismarck in the Legionary States. Game instead of a victory point game. And we'll have to pick up these lines because we're kind of trash. Alright, let's try and encircle as many divisions as we can. not know how to do this. I guess why, which there is, to be honest. Alright, now let's think how we're going to do this. Let's try and do a circle. Let's go Rapid City, Bismarck. We'll get into the focus. That's a big insert. So I'm not gonna work out for them since they're dead. Do some more propaganda. I don't even know what it means, Dragonline, but it means pretty good name, so might as well. Yeah, perfect. But I mean, what can you do about it? Oh, here, let's, you know what? Can't do that. Okay, alright, so they guarantee the Cascade. Alright, so Cascadians first. Cascadia. Americans here. Yeah, I know that. There's all you want, not what you win this game. Bypassed from God knows why. That's why they fooled us. Oh, they guarantee 1,000 high. That's not fun. Only thing, I mean, I think they do some more important investments. Boom, that is gone. Let's go to Great Falls. They have. getting with damn it. Alright, we're in. Now we can fight. Let's take the fortune. Alright, they have military access to the rest, which is annoying, but I can do without it. By the way guys, if you want you can use this video as a kind of tutorial, but the Legionary States is honestly so easy that tutorial is not even needed. I want to say that even the newest sports player, as long as he has some understanding of the game, could successfully do the unification war. Well, that's more importantly, unification war. This game is nice because I don't have to do cultural adjustments. Perfect. But we're not. Our last target for this video will be desert because I do want to finish this video quickly. So the desert, which is not misspelling here. Alright, we have almost a full army now, but we don't really more. But I guess it's good to have if you plan to fight the Germans. Let's put in a lot of trains because that'll be pretty cool. Oh. Full army. Still now. I guess I might as well finish up my army. Didn't really know. So let's take Las Vegas. Las Vegas. We're gonna go for Las Vegas. And let's take Vegas. Boom, encirclement. One thing I can tell you, this playing as the Legionary States, I said that a lot, but it's very easy to play the Legionary States. Get into the event about that soon. We need to do the future future of neural focus. I'll just do that focus and then I'll finish up the video. And we did all this just in 1938. That's how easy the results are in this game when small more correctly. Get ready for the events, guys. The future of neuro. War. Let's see. Years of bloodshed, sacrifice, and relentless struggle have at last come to an end. The banners of rival claimants fly in the dust, their armies scattered, their capital silenced. From coast to coast, the Legion stands supreme. What began as a desperate bid for unity against overwhelming odds has transformed into a crusade that reshaped the destiny of a continent. Now, with the last enemy defeated, the guns fall quiet and the dream of a united America has become a reality. Yet victory brings with it questions of its own. What kind of nation shall rise from the ashes of war? The people look to the Legion for guidance, and the world watches as the future of a continent is written anew. So, as you can see, we now have cores on all of this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video.